Hey kids, welcome to Unit 2, Lesson 5, User Input, Exercise number 2. Debug the program. The program is supposed to instantiate the MyPainter object at the location specified by the user, but it has an error. Find and fix the error in the program. Looks like we're supposed to enter 1, 1, east, and 10. And our sprite should appear in this box facing east. Over here we have our program. Looks like we're importing 2 classes this time. We're importing our old friend, the painter class, and we're importing our new friend, the scanner class. Let's look through the code. We are creating a painter object, MyPainter, and we're setting it to null. That just means it has no value. Null, for our purposes, we're only going to use if the object reference has no value associated with it. So you don't want it to have any values at all. In this case, since we're getting a user input, we don't want anything stored, so we want a clean slate to work with. We have a new scanner class, input variable. It's a new scanner, and it's getting a keyboard import. Looks like we're printing off enter the x coordinate, and then we're creating a new integer x location that is getting whatever the user inputs to the end of the line. We are printing off enter the y coordinate, and then creating a new integer y location, and that is getting the user input all the way to the end of the line. We're again printing off enter the direction for the painter. And then this time, this is going to be a string, and it's going to be named direction, and it's going to get the input from the user all the way to the end of the line. Finally, we have the final print off and enter the amount of paint. That's creating an integer for paint, and that's getting the user input all the way to the end of the line. Then it looks like we have a MyPainter turn left. And kids, I think this is actually an error in the program, so we're going to comment that out, and we'll talk about this in a minute why. Let's go ahead and hit run and see what happens. Enter the x coordinate. Remember, it was 1. Y was 1. Direction was east, and 10 units of paint. We didn't get anything created. Just to show you it has nothing to do with this part right now, let's hit run. And then we'll do 1, 1, east again, and then 10. Again, nothing happened. Oh, we got an error again. And we got this null pointer exception error. Null point exception. To answer this, we really have to understand what's going on here. Remember I said we're creating an object, MyPainter, that has nothing associated with it, right? That means the object is blank or a no argument constructor. Well, that's not going to help us very much because we need to store information in, right? And really what we need is a parameterized constructor for this to happen. So we created this object with nothing. So let's go down here and create an object to use all of these inputs from our user. I'm going to go down here, and usually we declare a class, right? Well, kids, we're going to reuse the MyPainter object because we can use it because it was just creating that. Now we want to store information in it. I don't have to redeclare the class. I can just do MyPainter, just like we don't have to redeclare variables. I still have to use a new keyword, and then we're going to do painter, but this time we're going to give it some parameters. What parameters do I want to give it? Well, I want to give it the variables that we used up here. So x, location has to be spelled exactly the same up there. Y location. Then we have direction. And finally, we have paint. Now when I create a new MyPainter object, it should be created with the inputs that I'm giving it. Because otherwise, when I create my object, there's nothing there to be created because it's empty. Let's see if this is right. Coordinate for the X, 1, Y, 1. Direction for the painter, we want to go east. Amount of paint, 10. Oh, we have that turn left. This is why it's an error, kids. If you look down here, we should be pointing east like this one. And this part right here, that's just throwing us off. So if we hit run again, 1, 1, east, and 10. Now you'll see our object is created in the right direction, just like our directions. Key takeaways for this lesson, kids, is understanding how we can start combining these different classes to do new things. In this lesson, we used our scanner class to get inputs, and we used our MyPainter class to create a new painter object with, remember our old constructor here from the last unit? And using those two pieces of information, we're able to do some pretty neat things with Java. Again, I cannot overstate how important it is to understand what all of these scanner methods can do. Hopefully, kids, this helped you understand a little more about the scanner class and using multiple classes. As always, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. See you later, kids. Bye. Bye.